It's morning of day 2. The winds have died down, thank God. And although it's overcast, earlier this morning it looked like I was going to get some rain. But behind me, I hope the camera's picking it up, but I got clear skies behind me. That's where there's still a very slight breeze coming from the north. So it's looking like the day is going to turn around. It's going to be a beautiful day to be out on the water. I've had my big breakfast and coffee and already did my dishes. Everything's set to go. Misty's all curled up in the front, and we're going to go spend the day out and have some fun. Oh, that was a tough drag. All right. Today I'm portaging into an obscure little lake for a very specific fish, and that is the Aurora trout. The Aurora trout is the rarest trout in the world. And as far as I'm concerned, probably one of the rarest fish in the Americas, as far as I'm concerned. But I'm not the authority on the Aurora trout, but I'll fill you in on a little bit of what I know. And the trout is named after the Aurora borealis, and it has a close relative, which is the brook trout. And the Aurora trout was discovered here in northern Ontario. And the trout was, there was 2 lakes that it was discovered in, the only 2 lakes that it ever existed in. And for those of you who are from Ontario or know the topography of Ontario, those 2 lakes are in the Chapleau district. Now, through the years, acid rain in the 70s and the 80s put the trout in on the endangered species list, and it almost went extinct. But through serious efforts and on preserving the species, it was reintroduced in a handful of lakes throughout Ontario. And the 2 original lakes that they came from, those lakes are off limits. You can't go fish there. But there's a dozen or so lakes, I believe it's a dozen lakes that they've been introduced into. And those lakes, they open on a cycle, and you can only fish those lakes once every 7 years. So this is an opportunity for me. If I don't get lucky here today, I'll have to wait 7 years to come back, because I don't have time to come back this year. All right, I made it to the lake. I'm going to gear up, get on the water. I'll get back with you. You'll see me, next time you see me, we'll be paddling on the water.
Come on, up, up. Up, up. Come on. Up. Good girl. Good girl, Misty. Fuck, you can smell the pine resin, eh? Man, is it ever strong. You got a little patch of red pine here.
So I had to put on a layer. The sun's not out today and it's a little bit fresh. And I've had the time to paddle. I did one complete round around the lake. I did the entire perimeter. This is a tiny, tiny lake, right? And no luck so far. But I am marking some, the odd one here and there on the fish finder. So a little bit more on the Aurora trout. It has some specifics about it as far as regulation is concerned. The Aurora trout, first of all, the limit for Aurora trout is 1. You know, like 1 per day. And that includes, it doesn't matter if you're catch and release kind of guy, you can only catch 1. So even if you don't plan on keeping it, you catch 1, you're done for the day. And all, as far as I know, all of the lakes that the Aurora trout was introduced into, those lakes were picked for specific reasons, right? Number one, they're spring-fed lakes, and they have all the attributes needed for sustaining the fish, obviously. But they also hold no motor regulations. But it is still a nice, calm, beautiful day out here. I'm very fortunate to be able to be out here paddling, and really, really happy to be here. It is still a really nice day. As you can see, the water is just like glass. Beautiful.
Bags are packed, are you ready to go? This time tomorrow we'll be on the road, riding with you in the sunnier days. I wouldn't want it any other way. Taking the good with the ups and downs. I wanna see how the world turns round. Let's go adventure in the deep blue sea. Home is with you wherever that may be.
Okay, made it through the portage on my way back. And bad news, it's been a long day. And my Aurora trout eluded me today. It's been a long day out on the water. And I threw everything I had into that lake. And at the end of it all, I had one small hit on my line. I've had some very, very good, successful fishing trips. And sometimes the fishing just doesn't agree, and today was one of those days. So now it is about 4:30 in the evening, in the afternoon, I should say. The winds have died right out, which is awesome. But I still got to paddle out to my campsite. I still got to get firewood going, and I still got to make supper. And tomorrow I'm going to be packing out, heading back home. But we'll see what tomorrow morning weather is going to be like. Meaning either I'm going to pack up and go home, or I'm going to pack up and make a pit stop at this lake and then go home. But I won't be able to make that decision until tomorrow. Either way, going home tomorrow. hopefully the weather's good, and I'm up to making that portage all over again. And maybe I'll lighten up my load and just do one trip instead of double portaging, and just spend a couple hours. Maybe I'll get lucky. I kind of have to do it tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the last kick at the can, because if I don't go tomorrow, I have to wait 7 years to be able to come back to this lake. This is my only opportunity. Today on the menu, sidekick, tortellini, and an tomato Alfredo sauce. But I'm going to add to it. Can't leave it just like that. So let's add some butter. We'll finish off this little knob here. Like that. And then I'm going to add some meat, which I pre-fried. And the meat is applewood smoked bacon salami. So I'm going to add that to it. And because I like extra cheesy, we'll throw one cheese string in there as well. Bush cooking is the best. Anything goes. Oh yeah. Just give this a good stir here. And get sauce happening. Boy, this is thickening up just nice. Okay guys, let me eat my supper, then I'll have a coffee after that, most likely. And we'll enjoy the night. So everyone, last night the rain came. I woke up in the middle of the night to a light sprinkle on the tent, and the rain got heavier as the day broke. Right now it stopped raining for the time being. It's very overcast, very cloudy. I expect it's going to rain on and off all day. So that will make the decision on going back to that lake this morning, which is going to be no, not going back to the lake. I'm going to have my coffee and slowly pack up. No point in being in any panic or any hurry, but I will be packing up nice and tight and head on home. I'm going to bid farewell for now, and thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.